a hatred of body and soul. And we'll be reading Psalms 9th chapter, first verse to the 12th chapter, 8th verse. How are y'all doing this morning? Have you had your coffee? It is November the 2nd, 2020, and it is 7:17 a.m. Yes, it is. So, okay, let's go ahead and start the reading. Psalms 9, God's power and justice. To the leader, according to Mesladam, a psalm of David. I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will tell of your wondrous deeds. I will be glad and exalt you. I will sing praises to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before you, for you have maintained my just cause. You have sat on the throne giving righteous judgment. You have rebuked the nation, you have destroyed the wicked. You have blotted out their names forever and ever. The enemies have vanished, and everlasting ruin, the cities you have rooted out. The very memory of them has perished, but the Lord sat enthroned forever. He has established the throne for judgment. He judges the world with righteousness. He judges the people with iniquities. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. And those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek. Sing praises to the Lord who dwell in Zion. Declare his deeds among the people, for he who avenges blood is mindful of them. He does not forget the cry of the afflicted. Be gracious to me, O Lord. See what I suffer for those who hate me. You are the one who lifted up from the gates of death, so that I may recount all your praises. And in the gates of Zion, and the daughter of Zion, rejoice in your deliverance. The nations have sunk in the pit that made, and the net that they have hid in their own feet been caught. The Lord has made himself known. He has executed judgment. The wicked are snared in the work of their own hands. The wicked shall depart, and all the nations that forget God. But the needy shall not always be forgotten, nor the hope of the poor perish forever. Rise up, O Lord, do not let mortals prevail. Let the nations be judged before you. Put them in fear, O Lord. Let the nations know that they are only human. And now we're going to Psalms 10. Prayer for deliverance from enemies. Why, O Lord, do you stand far off? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? In arrogance, the wicked pursue the poor. Let them be caught in the schemes they have devised. For the wicked boast of the desires of their heart. Those greedy for gain curse and renounce the Lord. At the pride of the countenance, the wicked say, God will not seek it out. All their thoughts are, there is no God. Their ways prosper at all times. Your judgment are on high, out of their sight. As for their foes, they scoff at them. They think in their hearts, we shall not be moved. Throughout generations, we shall not meet adversaries. Their mouths are filled with curses. and deceit and oppression. Under their tongues are mischief and iniquities. They sit in ambush of the village, and hiding places they murder the innocent. Their eyes stealthily watch for the helpless. They lurk in secret like a lion in its covert. They lurch as they may seize the poor. They seize the poor and drag them off in their net. They stood and crouch, and the helpless fell for their might. They think of their heart, God has forgotten. He has hidden his face. He will never see it. Rise up, O Lord, O God, lift up your hand. Do not forget the oppressed. Why do the wicked renounce God and say in their hearts, you will not call us to account? But you do see, indeed, you know trouble and grief, that ye may take it into your hands. The helpless commit themselves to you. You have been the helper of the orphan. Break the arms of the wicked and evildoers. Seek out the wickedness until you find none. The Lord is king forever and ever. The nations shall perish from this land. O Lord, you will hear the desires of the meek. You will straighten their hearts. You will incline their ear to do justice in the orphans and oppressed, so that those from earth may strike terror no more. And now we're on Psalms 11, Song of Trusting God, to the leader of David. In the Lord I take refuge. How can you say to me, flee like a bird to the mountains? Or look, the wicked bend the bow. They have fitted their arrow to the string, to shoot in the dark and the upright heart. If the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, the gaze examine humankind. The Lord tests the righteous and the wicked, and his soul hates the lover of violence. Oh, the wicked, he will rain coals on fire and suffer. A scorner's wind shall be the portion of their cup, for the Lord is righteous. He loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold his face. And now we're on Psalms 12. Plead for help in evil times. To the leader, according to the Shemarathim, a psalm of David. Help, O Lord, for there is no longer anyone who is godly. The faithful have disappeared from mankind. They utter lies to each other. With flattering lips and double heart they speak. May the Lord cut off all flattering lips, the tongue that make great boast, those who say, with our tongues we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who are our masters? Because the poor are dispelled, because the needy groan. I will now rise up, O God. O Lord, I will place them in the safety for which they long. The promises of the Lord are promises that are pure, silver refined in a furnace and of grain, purified several times. You, O Lord, will protect us. You will guide us from this generation forever. On every side, the wicked prowl, as vileness is exalted among humankind. And now the meditation. The Lord said, test the righteous and the wicked, and his soul hates the lovers of violence. And that's Psalms 11:5. This morning's contemplation is perhaps this text is in the Psalm strikes one for you. He who loves wickedness hates his own soul. Psalms 11:5. But I say he hates his body too. Surely he hates what is saving up day by day for hell. What by his harshness and impudence he is treasured up from day to wrath. For this hatred of body and soul is not so much found in the form of feeling, rather it is revealed by its effect. Thus the madman hates the body when he lays hands on himself, and the power of radical thoughts are asleep. But is any madness worse than impudence of heart and an obstinate will to sin? If a man lays wicked hands on himself, it is not for his flesh, but his mind that is tears and damage. But if you have seen a man's tears at the hand, and rubbing them together until they bleed, you have a clear image of him in his sinner's soul. Pleasure turns to pain, agony turns to itching. While the man was scratching, he ignored the consequences, although he knew what would happen. In the same way, we have located ourselves and given ourselves ulcers in our unhappy souls in our own hands, except that in a spiritual creature, it is a more serious because the nature is finer and so more difficult to mend. We have not done it in a spiritual enmity, but in the suture of inner insensibility. The absent mind does not notice the eternal damage, for it is not looking inward, but perhaps concentrating on its stomach or behind the stomach, the minds of some men, or in a plate, or others in their pocket. Or your pleasure, where your pleasure is, he says, there is your heart. Matthew 6:21. It is surprising a soul does not feel its wound. Would it not notice what is happening to it and is somewhere else far away? The time will come when it returns to itself and realizes how cruelly it had been activated itself and it wrenched pursuit, for it could not feel that while it was like a filthy spider weaving webs out of its own body with insatiable greed to catch its vile booty and flies. Questions of the morning. In what way do God care about the way I treat my own soul? How am I affected by my absent mind and others' distraction? Bernard mentions. Closing prayer. Lord, thank you for reminding me that you care not only for the way I act, but for the way my actions do to my soul. Wake me up from my absent mind, rich pursuits, and insatiable greed. Amen. So tomorrow we'll be on day 124, and it's entitled Heart's Cry. And and we'll be reading Psalms 13 chapter 1st verse through the 16th chapter 11th verse. I don't know if you guys notice these Psalms seems to go along with what's happening in our present day. Each and every Psalm tells us how to go along today. Each and every Psalm tells us how to act each and every day. And this one is just, it seems to be right on track on what's happening in this day and how we should treat each other. So if you guys, you know, go back, if you want to, go back and read Psalms 9th chapter, first verse through the 12th chapter. Go back and read it. And any version of the Bible that you have. I'm reading from the New Revised Standard Daily Devotional Bible. That's where the devotion comes from I don't know if you can see that. It comes from that book every day. And here we are on November the 2nd, and we're not going to finish the devotion this year. We're on day 123, and then in December we take a pause and we do the book. Where's that book? Okay. And so when we get to December, we will be doing that book. Okay? So we're going to take a pause from this in December, and we'll be doing Messiah, Come and Behold Him. And that goes from December, the whole month. And so, we'll be doing that one in December. And when we come back in January, we will continue with the New Revised Standard Daily Devotional. Okay? I'm so glad you guys are here. I see a couple of people have jumped on, and we are here. We're here at the Restream Live Studio. We're in Facebook. We're in YouTube. We're in Instagram. We have expanded to a lot of places. And I encourage you, when you guys go on and you watch the streamings, share so other people can see that we're here, and they can, the more and more we share, the bigger we get, and we seem to be doing that daily, because we're up to over 2,000 viewers, and it's all thanks to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and it's thanks to you guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Go in peace.